now. So, I'm at Downpatrick Head after my long spin. My lovely long spin, I have to say. 6 hours driving. Mind you, I covered a lot of area and I stopped a lot of times. I know the sun is against me, but look at that. Wild Atlantic Ocean. Up there is the Downpatrick Head. I was here in May 2022. I was on the motorbike. I sat on that bench, looked up there and said, look now, not doing that. Too fat, too lazy. Not any lighter, mind, but I'm going to give it a bit of a bash. So, last time I was here, this wasn't the track, it was just grass. So this should be okay for me to walk on. I have my camera, I have my drone. Whether I get them up now or not, that was another kettle of fish. But look, we'll give it a go. We'll make it up as I go along. It's been a good day so far. I mean, look. Blue sky as far as the eye can see. Yeah. This is quite cool now, in fairness. So here's me. The sun's over that way, so I'll put my face this way. I still walk with a limp. My two knees are still gammy. I actually took a diaphane tablet there about 2 hours ago. No, about an hour and a half ago. Just to see if this make this any easier for me. So far so good. I was going to do this before, might do it again anyway, and bring the bicycle and cycle up this. That's just me being lazy. This isn't too bad now, in fairness. I can probably manage this. Can't wait to get up here. There's a, what would you call it, a blowhole or a hole there, and you can look straight down into the sea. And then the stack after that. Actually, we'll get the drone up because there's an Éire sign as well. Right. So one last look that way. I know the sun is against the camera. I'm heading that way. And I'll keep you posted. Chat to you in a wee bit. Okay, I'm at the edge. I'm going to stick the camera over the edge now. I'll move the stick out as far as I can to stick the camera over the edge. It's a fairly steep drop. So there we go. So I'm standing on the edge. Near enough to that. It's cool, isn't it? Really is some scenery. Now, I know I said I was going to get the drone up, but it doesn't look it. But it is windy. So I don't know whether to do it or not. I don't fancy a seagull coming down and grabbing it out of the sky. Or me crashing into a rock, for that matter. As I said, it doesn't look it, but it is quite windy. So let's bring it back over to the stack. I got a photograph or two. It's quite impressive. Again, let's go to the edge. Right to the edge. Actually, go down a bit further here. I don't know where the Éire thing is, there is another guy flying a drone here, but he's been very cautious as well. It's kind of blowing all over the place, so don't know. Anyway, here's the stack in all its glory. Let's see if we can get you out to the see if I can zoom in a bit. I don't know what that zoom was like on this show, but there's the stack. Just listen to that. That's something else. You wouldn't want to have a fear of heights. Okay, back to normal. I'll take a walk over this way. See if I can see the Éire sign. Yeah, there's a lad here with a drone as well, and he's shitting himself. So I don't think I'll bother. Some other day. Well, it's probably always going to be busy. It's probably always going to be windy. Right, there's a track down here. Let's see what's down this way. You see the ground. The ground is mad. It's all grassy, bumpy bits. Easy stick your old ankle into a hole there and break it or fall. Yeah, guy in front of me here. Just bring his drone into land. He didn't go out very far, so same drone as me. Right, okay, anyway. That's me just talking shit. Yeah, he's the same DJI as me. So, apart from a few people that you can hear in the background here, this is just cool. A little bit of wind. It's very quiet. One more picture of the stack. Actually, judging by the ground here, this is where everybody stands. There she blows. Right, I'm going to walk down there just a little bit. I don't know if there's an Éire sign now or not. Yeah, no. I'm being a chicken now when it comes to the drone. But anyway, it is quite breezy. Then again. Anyway, I'm going to shut up for a minute or two, take a few more photographs, get another photograph of the stack, and go from there. So, one last view this way. Into the sun. There's the stack. There's the cliff edge. A couple of stones you could stand on. Not. Anyway. Right, chat to you a wee bit. Thank you. me bonkers. I have said it in the past, and I've certainly done it in the past. Firstly, sorry, excuse the shadow and lighting. I'm driving directly into the sun. I don't mind. I'm not going to complain about the sun being out all day, because I've had a very, very long day driving in it. So, I have changed my plans. I did what I wanted to do earlier. I grew a set of balls and I got the drone up in Downpatrick Head. I didn't put it up for long. I just wanted to get a little bit of footage, just to say I was there, get it, from a different angle. So the plan was to stay there and sleep beside the car park, or just down from the car park. There's a few other spots where I saw camper vans before. I'm not going to lie to you, there was nobody there in those spots. The only bit of car parking was in the main car park where I was parked up, where the little chip van was. And a couple of Audis and a couple of Beamers and a couple of lads eating a couple of bags of chips. And I said, no, I don't feel too comfortable there. So if I was with somebody else, yes, I probably would have. So I googled Downpatrick Head back to my gaff, and there's 3 hours. So it was 6:30 at that stage. It's now just after 7. It'd have been 9:30, all going well without getting stuck in traffic. I would have had to go through Ballina and a few other spots. So I said, no, do you know what? I have the camper packed up. I'm ready to sleep in it. So I had a look at a few other places, Sligo, Belmullet. Yeah, and I just said, no, feck it. So, brain fart, I just said I'd Google and see how far Achill Island is away from Downpatrick Head. And it's only an hour and a half. So I said, okay, I'll drive as far as Keene Bay. You can park in Keene Bay. There's 2 car parks, a high car park and a low car park. The low one is right beside the beach. You're not allowed to sleep there overnight, but the high car park, sorry about that, you can. So I said, grand. And then I said, geez, if I get all the way to Achill Island, obviously I won't be turning around and going home from there. I said, I'll have to stop, and if it's full of gobshites again, because the sun is splitting the rocks, it really is a super duper day. It's 17.5 degrees at 7 o'clock. So there's a lot of lads out. I passed a lot of young lads. Don't get me wrong. Oh, actually, I'm not young. I'm an old lad. Yeah, so I'm allowed to give out. I passed a lot of young lads in their Beamers and their Audis and their Honda Civics and their... Geez, there was one car I passed, a Toyota of some sort. The wheels were that wide and at an angle. It looked fucking stupid. It absolutely looked ridiculous. Yeah, so that's me being old and giving out like an old man. Anyway, so if we get as far as Keene Bay, and there's a gang of lads there doing donuts, and I don't sleep, it would just make the day kind of shite. So I said I'd ring Keel campsite. It's a good bit away from Keene Bay, but I can't remember if there's walking distance to a pub. Hopefully there is. I'll get an old scoop in. If not, I've got food and beer in the van anyway. So I rang them. You normally have to check in around 5 o'clock. So when I rang the mobile number, I got security. And in fairness to him, he said to me, if you're here by 20 past, 8:30, he'll be there. He'll let me in, and I'll pay in the morning. So happy days. I feel a little bit better. I don't mind parking up in some spots if there's a few people around and I know the area and I'm comfortable, and I lay down the bed and get under the duvet and so on, I'd be fine. But I just didn't feel comfortable. There was just something saying, nah, don't do it. So I'm on my way to Keel campsite on Achill Island. The sun is still splitting the rocks, as you can see. It's coming in through the window here. So yeah, happy days. I've been on Achill Island once or twice. Fabulous drive, fabulous area. Last time I was there, sun was splitting the rocks. It was like this. It was lovely. So it was like this tomorrow morning. I'll take my time leaving the island. I'll take my time going around it, and then make my way home. Not in any hurry then. So yeah, happy days. This should turn out to be a half decent night. I'm not going to make this sad by saying I miss the missus, because I do. And I have her pillow and perfume in the back there, so I know it's great. I look cheery all the time and go, oh, look at him. He's very lucky. He's going on all these trips. If I could swap it in a heartbeat, I would. I wouldn't have a camper van. I'd have just a car, myself and herself would head off. I'd be working 5 days a week. So yeah, my life has completely changed. So these trips are missing one major thing: my wife. But I'm just saying that because people might think, oh yeah, look at him, he's very lucky, he's getting off, he's doing his bits and pieces like I said there a second ago. I must be very happy. I'm not. But I have to do these things. I have to get out. I have to keep our memory going. I have to go back to the same places the two of us were at, the two places we visited, the two places we stood. So, yeah. Anyway, on that note, I just said I'd get that stuck in, because I'll probably more than likely get a photograph of Sharton stuck into this clip somewhere, just in case you're curious why. That's what I do. So, on that note, I'll give you an old shout when I get to Achill. I'm probably not going to stop in too many places on the way there. I don't want to be too late and piss your man off. So if I stop for 1 or 2 photographs, I won't be delayed too long. So yeah, anyway, I'm just waffling here. Chat you soon. Cheers, thanks, bye.